So when you hear the phrase, the portrait of a lady, what comes to mind? Is it just a painting on a wall? Or is it something deeper? Maybe a collection of moments that capture who a person really was. We're about to dive into a beautiful story that explores exactly that. But first, hang on, we need to clear something up. You've probably heard that title before, right? The Portrait of a Lady. But are we all thinking of the same story? Turns out there are two really famous works with that exact same name. And, well, they could not be more different from each other.
And you can see it right here. On one side, you've got this classic novel by Henry James about an American heiress in Europe. It's all about high society, freedom, betrayal, the whole nine yards. But the other one, the one we're digging into today, is this incredibly powerful short story by Indian writer Khushwant Singh. And it's something else entirely, a really heartfelt story about his own grandmother.
So let's start where the story starts, in a small Indian village. This is where it all began, where the foundation was laid for this incredible bond between a young boy and his grandmother. It was a connection that, back then, felt absolutely unbreakable. See, his parents had moved to the city to get settled, so they left him with her. And for a little kid, that means everything. She wasn't just his guardian, she was his entire world. His playmate, his protector, she was the sun his little universe revolved around. And their days were just woven together in this beautiful, simple rhythm, waking him up, getting him ready, plastering his little wooden slates, all while chanting her morning prayers, which he'd listen to, hoping to learn them by heart. Then they'd walk to the temple school together, and on the way back, they'd feed the village dogs stale chapatis. It's just this perfect little snapshot of love and connection.
You know, to him, she was just eternal. He couldn't even picture her being young and pretty. He says the thought was revolting. He saw her more like a winter landscape in the mountains, just this peaceful, pure, serene presence. She was a constant, and he just couldn't imagine her any other way. But, well, life doesn't stand still, does it? Eventually, his parents called for them to come to the city. And that move, that was the turning point. It's where their incredible friendship would be put to the test.
And you can see it happen, step by step, this slow, quiet drift. In the city, they still shared a room at first, but she couldn't walk him to school anymore. He took a bus now. Then he started going to university and he got his own room. And just like that, the last physical thread of their shared life, it was cut. A massive gap started to open up between their worlds. She couldn't make heads or tails of his lessons about Western science, gravity and Archimedes' principle. And what really bothered her? His new school taught him nothing about God or the scriptures. His world was becoming a place she just couldn't follow him into. But here's what's so amazing about her. She didn't fight it. She just accepted it with this incredible grace. Her days became a new kind of routine, spinning wheel and prayers, from sunrise to sunset. And her one real joy, her happiest half hour of the day, was when she'd break up bread and feed the hundreds of sparrows that would come visit her.
It's something a lot of us can relate to, isn't it? That kind of bittersweet feeling when you realize you're growing up and, in a way, growing apart from someone you love. It's just one of those hard truths about life and time. So years go by. The narrator goes abroad to study for 5 years. When he finally comes back home, their story reaches its final, incredibly moving chapter, a moment that will cement his grandmother's portrait in his mind forever. On the day she passed away, something magical happened. After she died peacefully as they prepared her body, thousands of sparrows came. And they didn't just land on the veranda like they usually did. No, they were scattered all over the floor, all around where she lay. And here's the most unbelievable part. It was dead silent. These were the same birds that usually made a huge racket, a veritable bedlam of chirpings, as he calls it. But not that day. That day, there was not a single chirp. It was like they knew. They had come to mourn. The narrator's mother felt sorry for them and did what his grandmother always did. She broke up some bread and threw the crumbs to them. You won't believe this. The sparrows took no notice. They didn't touch a single crumb. It was absolutely clear they weren't there for food. They were there for her. And when her body was carried away, they just flew away as quietly as they came. I mean, what an ending. It's this beautiful, poignant tribute that just shows the sheer power of her kindness. A love so pure it crossed the boundary between humans and animals. It's really something else. So, after all that, what's the final picture we're left with? What is the true portrait of this lady? When we put all the pieces together, who was she, really? She was this incredible mix of qualities. So deeply spiritual, a constant picture of peace. But she was also tough, so strong and self-reliant, taking all of life's changes in stride. And above everything else, she was just a symbol of pure, unconditional love. Not just for her family, but for every living creature. At the end of the day, that's what this story is all about. It's a testament to the fact that some bonds, some kinds of love, can withstand anything. Distance, change, even the passing of time itself. Her love for him never wavered, even when their daily lives were worlds apart.
And that really brings us to the final question for you. This story is so personal, so specific to Kushwan Singh, but it makes all of us think, doesn't it? It makes you reflect on the people in your own life who've left that kind of quiet, indelible mark. So, whose portrait do you carry around with you?